So here we are, boys. We are in the dev server. It was updated. We already talked about the new vehicles, right? But I didn't want that video to be too broad, right? Talking about every single thing. So I just talked about the new vehicles in that video, so you can check it out. We have a new Tornado, new JH7, multiple new Apaches, a new ship. So you can go watch that to see the differences. But today I wanted to actually, in this video in particular, show the inner bits that got changed. So the data mines are found by Zabi, so thank you, Zabi. Links is in the description. When we are going to use these, link is in the description for you to help him out, right? And these data mines will be used by me to actually find the inner bits that got changed. So we start off with some BR changes, okay? So the JH7, if you don't know, it got moved to a detectory, okay? So the normal JH7 Flying Leopard over here will be the 11.3 rank 7 one, and then the GH7A will be the rank 8 with better weaponry and everything. We already talked about this. This one has the anti-ship missiles that got added that we're going to talk about later, and then they added a new premium one, right? That it's back there that we talked about in the other video. But this one got a new BR of 11.3 because it got all the air-to-ground guided removed from it, right? So because of that, it is now with a lower BR, which makes a lot of sense, to be honest, right? Then we have some others for ground forces. So the first one that I think it's pretty, it kind of is sad, but I understand that it's at the same time. The T-34-85 STP, which is the T-34 that it is, stabilize it, right, with one plane. So you can see right here. It is now at 6.3, so they increased the BR of this thing, but they added a new round, right? So it is a bit better, as you can see. It is the 367, so it doesn't change much, especially in the angled. But still, it is good to have a new round, especially when you're gonna face a little bit of a higher BR over here, which is great, right? Another thing is this one. I think it is an amazing change. The Jaguar got changed to 11.0 in BR. I think it's kind of weird, the rank that he has right now, but yeah, he got an 11.0 BR instead of the 11.7 from before, so which is great to see as well, okay? We have some other changes, minor things here and there, but for ground SB, for ground AB, not going to talk too much about that, but yeah. So there you go, right? Then, like I said, the JH7 got moved to the Tech 3 over here on the Tech 3 to the rank 7. We had also the Chieftain 900 over here moving basically with a fold with the Mark 10. So before it was located after the Mark 10. Now it is after the Mark 10, but in a fold, which means that it is going to take a lot less grind for you to do for this thing. And like I said, the Jaguar has a weird rank right now that it has a rank 7 instead of 8. I honestly think, it makes sense, right? Because we have the MSC over here, 11.0. So forget that I said that before. But yeah, so it got a new rank as well, okay? So apparently the fly model of the Hawk 200 got completely changed. We're going to talk about it in a specific video, but it is completely changed. It is not, apparently it was kind of a placeholder with the AMX or something like that, but now it is completely changed. So we're going to do a proper video on it, but it is a little bit worse, I think, than what it was. Maybe. I don't know. We're going to check it out later, but just have in mind that it is changed, okay? We have a new cockpit for the MB326, which is great, guys. Look at this. Very cool cockpit. It is obviously not ready, as you see, but it is getting there. But yeah, very cool cockpit to have. The naming, the labels are all wrong. But they're missing, not wrong, right? But they're going to be added for sure until the live goes live, like the patch goes live, right? But yeah, very cool cockpit that we have on the MB326. Very cool. That is a weird color that is happening right here. What is going on? But yeah. The only loadout changes that they did is for the for this vehicle here, adding the anti-ship missile, the JH7, right, and removing the guided stuff. I'm gonna test it out in another video, the YJ81 there, but it's just a normal anti-ship missile, nothing crazy, okay? but it is pretty cool to have it. But yeah, only loadout changes that they did. There are some other little things, like for example, the T-72M2 Moderna over here now, the 30 millimeter now, it is stabilized, right? Which was something that wasn't here yet. And in the Jaguar, the new tank over here, they actually completely changed the zoom that you have for the actual like gun sight. So now before it was like 8 to 20 times. Now it is 2 to 8 times. So it has a little bit less zoom, but it's still pretty good. It is still pretty good, but it is just a little bit worse than what it was before, okay? The one unfortunate thing is that it still uses only only 2 missiles, only one like package of basically of missiles, right? And they added a new commander camera as well for it, which has thermals, which is pretty great. And the Akeron missile, yeah, I was gonna say, for the love of God, killed that thing. And apparently, guys, it was a placeholder for the blue arrow as well. Now it is going to be, the missile it's gonna be working properly with its own stuff, right? So it is a little bit different than what it was before. We're gonna test it out in a specific video as well to see if there is any differences. But yeah, now it has its own model, the blue arrow, instead of the AGM-179 one apparently that it has before. I did a video like showing, oh my god, it's so close to the AGM-179, right? But it's because it was using a lot of the stats from that, right? The Sable bug, remember the Sable bug that I did a video about? That it was the crazy bug where Russian tanks, like the T-90, for example, here, the Sable from the round itself, the little caps, like around the round, would basically penetrate like 23 millimeters, 1,000 millimeters, and it would basically just kill a tank. And now it is fixed. So thank you, Gaijin, for doing it, because, I mean, it was kind of a massive bug that needed to be fixed. Another interesting change about torpedoes, guys. So for aircraft that have torpedoes over here, you will notice that the altitude, I don't remember, let me grab an American aircraft over here that I remember they use torpedoes. All of these vehicles that drop torpedoes now have twice or 4 times, up to like twice to 4 times more speed and altitude ranges on the terms of the actual drop, right? So basically you're going to be able to drop from a higher altitude and also from a higher speed, okay? All basically torpedoes from the game itself, like all of them. So, which is pretty interesting, right? It makes it up to be a little bit easier to drop these. I mean, 100 meters, look at that. So, a lot better to drop torpedoes on the game overall. Another interesting thing, guys, is that SPAL liners now will have a different category over here when you are filtering stuff. So, as you can see, SPAL liners. So, you can actually choose just the SPAL liners. Before it was like together with the autoloader or something. So now it will have its own thing over here, which is great, of course. A small thing, but very welcomed. They fixed it as well, the new like folders that they were doing, naming, right? So now it's working. So Osa Estrela, for example, over here, multiple of these will have the proper naming, right? Before, I mean, some of them are still missing. But overall, it is pretty great. Some of the names are still kind of weird, but overall, it will mean that some of these that got together, now they are fixed, basically, the naming, okay? Now it has the proper engine as well, the Hawk, the outdoor, the proper stat cards, everything we already talked about, but yeah. So before it was using the SPAY, which is, you know, doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I was actually, when I was looking at this, it was like, maybe I'm completely crazy over here, but I'm pretty sure this is using an Adore in real life, not a SPAY, right? But yeah. And then the last thing, guys, let's go to the loading screen over here. Let's see if it is here for us to check. It is not. But we can always trust on Zabi to find stuff like this. So yeah, the loading screen of the XF5 is here. So these are it, guys. Apart from the new vehicles, these are the changes. Nothing too crazy. So that's why I wanted to just like a small video talking about these small things, if you are interested. But yeah, guys, basically these are it. I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and bye, guys. See you.